The exact moment the sun sets, millions of people make a devastating biological mistake that destroys 14 hours of deep cellular healing in exactly 5 minutes. The moment of breaking the fast is a time of immense spiritual joy, but it is also the precise second where 90% of people send their bodies into absolute shock. They spike their insulin to dangerous levels and command their metabolism to store fat instantly. What is the one specific thing you must never put in your mouth first when the beautiful call to prayer rings? Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters. Today, we unlock the 7 rules of the perfect iftar. Imagine a desert traveler who has walked under the blazing sun for 14 hours. When he finally finds a well, does he dive in head first, swallowing gallons of water until he cannot breathe? Absolutely not. He takes a small handful, moistens his dry lips, and lets his exhausted body remember what water feels like. Yet, when the sun sets and the beautiful call to prayer echoes through our homes, what do? We reach for the massive pitcher of ice-cold, artificially sweetened drinks. We pour liquid sugar onto an empty, resting stomach. This is the ultimate, most destructive mistake. Your pancreas goes into absolute panic. Your insulin levels skyrocket in a matter of seconds. Your body, which spent the entire day beautifully burning fat and healing your cells, suddenly shuts down its repair process and begins storing everything as fat to protect itself from the massive sugar shock. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us the first rule of the perfect iftar over 1,400 years ago, long before modern medicine understood the delicate mechanics of blood sugar. Rule number 1 is the gentle awakening. Break your fast with a fresh or dried date, and if you cannot find one, a few sips of room temperature water. Why a date? It is a profound miracle of nature. It contains natural, complex carbohydrates and essential fiber. It gently wakes up your sleeping digestive system, sending a steady, calm stream of energy directly to your brain. You are not shocking the system. You are turning the lights back on, room by room, with grace and care. Rule number 2 is the sacred pause. The perfect iftar is not a chaotic sprint. It is a beautifully choreographed dance. Once you have eaten your date and taken a small sip of water, stop. Do not reach for the heavy fried foods. Do not fill your plate. Step away from the table entirely. It takes your brain exactly 20 minutes to register that your stomach is receiving food. By stepping away to perform the sunset prayer, the Maghrib prayer, you are giving your body the exact time it needs to prepare for digestion. You bow. You prostrate, you feed your soul with the remembrance of the Creator, while your physical body gently processes that single blessed date. You have prayed. Your heart is calm. The desperate animalistic urge for food has vanished, replaced by a deep spiritual tranquility. But the rich aroma of the evening feast is calling you back to the dining room. You sit down, plate in hand, surrounded by your beloved family. But if you make this next critical mistake, all that beautiful patience will turn into heavy, painful exhaustion. Will you let your sudden physical desires hijack your entire day of discipline? You return to the table, and ironically, sitting in front of a massive feast is where the true test of Ramadan actually begins. Anyone can stay away from food when it is strictly forbidden during the daylight hours. But can you restrain your hand when a completely lawful banquet is sitting right in front of you? Fasting is not just a physical endurance test for the day. It is a masterclass in controlling your desires when the sun goes down. This brings us to rule number 3, the golden ratio. The Prophet, peace be upon him, provided us with a timeless, perfect formula for physical vitality. He taught us that the worst vessel a human being can ever fill is his own stomach. If you must eat, Leave 1/3 for your food, 1/3 for your water, and 1/3 for your breath. Look at the modern iftar table today. We pile our plates so incredibly high that there is absolutely no room left for water, let alone a single breath of air. When you overeat, your body is forced to divert all of its precious energy to digestion. That is exactly why you feel completely paralyzed after iftar, unable to keep your eyes open, let alone stand up for the long night prayers. Eat to live. Do not live to eat. Take a modest portion and make a firm promise to yourself that you will not go back for seconds. Rule number 4 is the mindful bite. Fasting is the ultimate school of mindfulness. It teaches us to be intensely present in the moment. So, why do we eat at lightning speed the very second we sit down? Eat slowly. Chew your food completely. Taste the immense blessing in every single grain of rice, in every warm piece of bread. When you eat slowly, you are actively practicing gratitude. You are acknowledging that this nourishment is a direct, unearned gift from the most merciful. Eating slowly also serves as a brilliant physical shield, allowing your brain enough time to tell you when you are truly satisfied before you overindulge. Rule number 5 is the river, not the flood. Hydration is absolutely critical, but timing is everything. Do not chug 3 large glasses of water in the middle of your meal. This completely dilutes your stomach acids and ruins your digestion for the rest of the night. Drink your water gradually. Have a little before the meal, a little after, and continue sipping steadily throughout the evening. Treat your body like dry earth. If you pour a massive bucket of water on it all at once, it floods and washes the topsoil away. But if you let it rain gently, the earth absorbs every single drop and brings forth vibrant life. Your stomach is comfortably satisfied. You are not sluggish. You feel energized, incredibly light, and completely ready for the night prayers. You have successfully conquered the physical feast. But wait, have you forgotten the most powerful weapon of the fasting person? The physical hunger is gone, but what about the spiritual starvation? Are you about to miss the golden window of opportunity that closes the moment you wipe your mouth? We spend so many hours meticulously preparing the physical food that we entirely neglect the spiritual feast waiting for us right there at the table. Rule number 6 is the unseen conversation. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gave us a profound, earth-shattering promise. He said that the earnest supplication of a fasting person at the exact time of breaking his fast is never rejected. Imagine the magnitude of that. The Creator of the heavens and the earth guarantees that He will listen and answer you in those precious, fleeting moments as the sun disappears. Yet, what are we doing in those moments? We are busy passing the salt. We are distracted, scrolling on our phones. We are entirely consumed by the loud noise of the kitchen. Tomorrow, take 3 silent minutes before you put that first date in your mouth. Raise your empty hands. Look at the beautiful food placed in front of you. Realize your absolute, undeniable dependence on the Creator, and ask Him for everything. Ask for forgiveness. Ask for deep healing. Ask for lasting peace in your family. That moment of raw vulnerability, with a dry throat and a truly empty stomach, is the most beautiful, powerful state a human being can possibly be in. Do not ever trade a guaranteed miracle for a fleeting bowl of soup. Rule number 7 is the shared blessing. The perfect iftar is never, ever eaten alone. Even if you live by yourself in a quiet room, find a way to share. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that whoever provides food for a fasting person to break his fast will receive the exact same reward as the one who fasted, without diminishing their own reward in the slightest. You do not need to host a massive, expensive, exhausting banquet. It can be as simple, as quiet, as handing a cold bottle of water and a single sweet date to a neighbor, a busy coworker, or a weary stranger on the street. When you share your food, you are not just filling another person's empty stomach. You are weaving a beautiful, unbreakable bond of love and mercy that elevates your own fast to the highest heavens. The perfect iftar is not defined by the extravagant richness of the food covering the table. It is defined by the strict discipline of the body, the sharp mindfulness of the mind, and the overwhelming gratitude of the heart. It is the gentle date, the sacred pause of prayer, the disciplined portion, the slow and mindful bite, the steady hydration, the desperate, tearful prayer, and the shared blessing with humanity. When you follow these 7 beautiful rules, iftar ceases to be just a daily meal. It transforms into a profound, life-changing act of worship. You have mastered the perfect iftar. You feel light, spiritually awakened, and physically strong. But what if I told you that you could fast flawlessly for 30 days, eat the perfect iftar every single night, and still arrive on the Day of Judgment with absolutely zero reward? There is a silent thief that sneaks into our lives during this holy month, bankrupting our spiritual accounts and stealing the massive rewards of our fasting right from under our noses. It does not enter through the stomach, but through the tongue. What is this highly destructive habit, and how can you lock the door before it ruins your entire Ramadan? Join me next time as we expose the silent thief of the fast.